Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, we are going to be looking at an article today and some information that has come out that suggests Rockstar were this close to making Grand Theft Auto Tokyo, as well as a few other Grand Theft Auto installments that you might be very surprised about. Alright, now if you've been watching my videos for a while now, we talked about maybe 2 months ago why Grand Theft Auto hasn't left the United States ever since one of the first GTA games came out, which was set in London. Ever since then, it's been in the USA, and basically the creators of Grand Theft Auto, Take-Two Interactive, Rockstar, have basically stated that GTA just fits American culture well, and that it works best in America. In fact, Grand Theft Auto 4, the entire plot of that game was the American dream, and it would have kind of been awkward to be centered around the American dream, not taking place in America. You guys know Nico Bellic's story and the way that eventually worked out. So it would be odd to see something like that take place outside of the United States. But according to a website, Tech Radar, I'm not sure how reputable they are or what their affiliation is with, more than just tech and video games and entertainment. But they put out this article today, which I'll leave a link to in the description, that was Rockstar came close to making Grand Theft Auto Tokyo. And I really got interested in this. I was like, whoa, that sounds pretty cool, actually. Let me check this out. So I will leave the link in the description if you want to check this out for yourself, and I'm going to give you guys some of the highlights and the synopsis right now. So essentially, Rockstar had plans to make Grand Theft Auto Tokyo, and they even carried out a reference trip for the game, and that's something that Tech Radar has learned. So I actually learned that when Rockstar was designing Grand Theft Auto 5, they sent teams out to Los Angeles to, like I said, get a feel of the area, get a feel of the shops and the way the people acted and the way the weather was. And that's not something that's uncommon. Bethesda did the exact same thing for Fallout 4. You guys might know Fallout 4 takes place in fictional Boston. And about 4 years ago, there were a bunch of people in Boston that actually saw Bethesda employees just walking around and checking out various landmarks and sites and getting a feel for the city. So when video game developers are creating fictional universes, this isn't uncommon for them to go to the places they're actually trying to learn about so they can create a more realistic and lifelike setting. Now, Tech Radar goes on to say Rockstar visited the Japanese capital several years ago to assess its potential for a full GTA game, but ultimately pulled the plug on the idea, according to a source close to the company. So that's where I get a little bit squirrely and a little bit sketchy there, as they state, according to a source close to the company. Well, I don't know what that means. I could be a source close to the company. You play GTA 5. Does that make you a source close to the company? So that's the only thing I'm getting a little bit skeptical right there. They go on to say, before working on a new game, Rockstar carries out reference trips to take pictures, meet locals, and generally get a feel for the area, like I previously mentioned. Now, they followed up by stating Rockstar was serious about the idea of making a Tokyo version around the time of GTA 3 and Vice City. However, the road system seemed to be problematic and became one of the reasons why the idea was canned. Okay, so that's pretty interesting that around the time of GTA 3 and Vice City that the idea of Tokyo was canceled. And if you guys remember GTA 3 and Vice City, that's when the PlayStation 2 Xbox original was out. And I'm guessing because the complex road system made Tokyo a huge problem. Now, I haven't been to Tokyo, nor have I really studied it a lot. I do know it's a very populous city, so it honestly wouldn't surprise me if that was the issue, especially back on a system like the Xbox original and the PlayStation 2, where graphicing and processing power certainly was not at the height of its best possible performance. And we know that Vice City is one of the smallest cities ever built in the Grand Theft Auto universe, which is ideal for those older generation consoles. Now, it gets even more interesting because in December 2003, Take-Two Interactive actually filed trademarks for Grand Theft Auto Tokyo, GTA Bogota, as well as the particularly mysterious Grand Theft Auto Sin City. Now, this is interesting, but it certainly doesn't codify anything as official because it's actually pretty easy to file for a trademark. A lot of times you'll see video game industries and companies, developers filing for trademarks for things they might want to do so that when it comes time to actually making the game, they don't get hit with a roadblock saying, sorry, someone owns that copyright. So this was probably Rockstar doing their due diligence, and around the time of 2003 was kind of in that period of GTA 3 and Vice City. So that timeline does add up and it does make sense. So if they filed for trademarks of Tokyo, Bogota, as well as Sin City, those were probably some of the ideas they were tossing around in 2003 when they were debating the locations of GTA 3, Vice City, as well as GTA San Andreas. So instead of going for a more international theme, it seems like with GTA 3 being in Liberty City, Vice City in Miami, and also San Andreas being in, San Andreas, California, that they really did decide to go for a more Americanized feel and setting for the game rather than an international one. And as I stated in my video about a few months ago saying why Grand Theft Auto will probably never leave the United States again, the source goes on to say Rockstar realized the difficulty in moving Grand Theft Auto outside the United States, where it has firmly embedded itself. There are a number of series staples from brands to cars that Rockstar would have to change if a future GTA was set somewhere else. And they're absolutely right, because a lot of the things they have in USA Grand Theft Auto simply wouldn't work in other countries. They would just have to change the culture and the way things actually go about. So let's talk about the three options they mentioned. Obviously, Tokyo would be insane. Tokyo, Japan, GTA Tokyo. That would be crazy. You'd obviously have this island, this giant city where you would have skyscrapers and neon lights everywhere. So I think that it would be really cool, but at the same rate, I could see it being a just more dense version of Grand Theft Auto 4 and GTA 3 that took place in Liberty City, which is essentially all an island and giant cities and skyscrapers. So I would imagine that it was almost maybe too similar to Liberty City, and that's why they canned it, as well as the complex road system, although I can't really confirm whether or not the road system was good or bad, because I've never been to Japan, I've never been to Tokyo, but nonetheless, that would be pretty cool. As well as Bogota, which is actually the capital, I believe, of Colombia. Now, I know almost nothing about Colombia. I do know this is in South America, and there have been plenty of great games set in South America. In fact, I think Just Cause 3 is set in South America. I think there's a few other games as well. Don't quote me on that, but it is a beautiful setting. Brazil, place like Colombia, tropicalness. So that could make for some really cool places also. And finally, last but not least, the other one they mention is GTA Sin City. So it looks like for at least the time being, Rockstar might have considered making a Grand Theft Auto game based around Las Venturas only. And we know that in GTA San Andreas, that Las Venturas was eventually incorporated as a city where CJ could travel to. But that would have been awesome. An entire GTA based around Sin City. And you guys know Las Vegas is called the Sin City. So obviously we would know where that location was pointing at. But I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments section down below on two things. One, do you wish Grand Theft Auto would eventually branch out outside of the United States and actually explore some other areas and places? So let me know what you think about that. And if they were to, let me know what you would think would be some of the best places to go. In my personal opinion, I'd love to see Dubai. Now, if you don't know what Dubai is, it's actually in the Middle East, and it's this extremely wealthy country or nation. I don't even know what it is, but it's essentially built like an artificially built city in the middle of the desert. And it's like where the super wealthy and rich live. So it would be awesome for a crazy fictional world of Grand Theft Auto. But let me know what you guys are thinking about in the comments section down below. If you did go on to enjoy the video, a like rating would of course be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. Without the way, guys, like I said, thanks for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.